Nick Cannon has wowed his Instagram followers with his impression of Katt Williams, as the comedian's interview on Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay Shay podcast remains a talking point on social media. Earlier this month, Williams sat down for an interview on Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay Shay podcast, during which, among other claims, he alleged that rapper and actor Ludacris' career path was determined by the Illuminati. Elsewhere in the viral interview, which has been viewed more than 53 million times and was parodied by Saturday Night Live, Williams disparaged many of his fellow comedians, including Tiffany Haddish, Steve Harvey, and Kevin Hart. Williams accused Cedric the Entertainer of stealing one of his jokes. In responding to that, Cedric the Entertainer, whose real name is Cedric Kyles, accused Williams of revisionist history in an Instagram comment. While the dust appeared to have settled, comedian Dave Chappelle on Friday called out Williams for only insulting black comedians during his controversial interview. Speaking on stage during Mondires, an event hosted by comedian DeRay Davis at Los Angeles Hollywood Improv, Chappelle said, "What part of the game is this? He only ethered. He didn't say anything about any of these white boys. None of these white boys function like that. Katt is one of the best painters in the game. So why are you drawing ugly pictures of us? Stop." In a snippet of his podcast, The Daily Cannon, shared on Monday, comedian Cannon weighed in on the matter by impersonating Williams's distinct tones. When Chappelle's comments were brought up, Cannon went into character as he said, "Katt's definitely gone, come back and say, Mr. Chappelle, I have a few words to pick with you. You could have called me. You have my number, you have my fax, you could have sent a pigeon. You didn't have to go on stage and tell everyone about how you feel about said Katt Williams." The clip was shared on Instagram, where a number of users commented with their thoughts. "This is actually a really good Katt impression," wrote one, while another said, "Not Nick with the accurate voice impressions." Commented another, "Now this is hilarious. So good, and spot on." Read other comments, while an Instagram user directly tagged Williams as they stated that Cannon sounds just like at Katt Williams. Many others debated on whether they agreed with Chappelle, who on Friday also said that while he's a fan of Williams's work, he questioned why the comic attacked so many of his peers when all of us are trying to be in a better situation. During his interview with former Denver Broncos tight end Sharpe, Williams stated that his penchant for cursing in his stage acts has seen him shut out of mainstream comedy conversations. He also said that Joe Rogan would not want him on his hugely podcast, The Joe Rogan Experience, because of this. "If you were a comedian that cussed, you were ridiculed by the mainstream comedy geist," Williams explained. "That would be like me being on Joe Rogan. Joe don't want me on there. I need to be on Shannon. Joe's got 6 comedians that's never been funny that he wants to push out. That's really how it is." A clip of the interview was shared on X, formerly Twitter, where it caught Rogan's attention. Responding to the claims, Rogan countered the idea that he has no interest in Williams, and proceeded to invite him on his podcast. "I love Katt," Rogan wrote on January 4th. "He's one of my favorite comics and I'd love to have him on. We talk about him all the time. If he's down, I'll make it happen." Rogan, who has more than 12 million followers on X, rarely uses the platform to share any comments or takes outside of promoting his work and sharing posts by others. As of press time, Rogan's post has been viewed more than 13.5 million times. Many say Katt hit it hard this time around with his hurting revelations, and many in the industry will came for him. What do you think about all of this going on?